I think everyone will agree that it's actually nice to once again have a president who's not afraid to come to the White House Correspondents' Dinner and hear jokes about himself. Ever since you've come into office, things are really looking up. You know, gas is up, rent is up, food is up, everything.
Hi, it's Alonzo Bodden, back with Rebel HQ, TYT, and from alonzobodden.com. Hey, kudos to Trevor Noah. Trevor, you did the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the best and worst corporate gig in the world, and you plowed through it with a smile.
President Biden's lack of a filter does get him into hot water sometimes. You know, last month he caused a huge international incident saying that Vladimir Putin should be removed from power. It was very, very upsetting to Russia. Yeah, until someone explained to them that none of the stuff Biden wants actually gets done.
It's been 6 years since a comedian has done the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and it's been at least 6 years since anyone has laughed at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You know, there was 4 years of Trump being angry about it, and then we had the little COVID thing that kind of canceled it. Let me tell you something. As a comic, corporates are the worst, okay? You're there, it's after dinner, people have been sitting in their chair forever, people aren't comfortable around their coworkers, they don't want to laugh around their coworkers, usually you got to keep it clean and blah blah. It's a horrible gig, and this one is the big one. So kudos to you, Trevor. You did it. You got a few laughs. You're in a no-win situation. This could only go bad, right? Because if you do well, like you did, then they'll just reprint a couple of your jokes and move on. But if something had gone horribly wrong, it'd be the biggest story they could come up with. And I know he did well. How do I know? Because Fox News was mad the next day. Now, there was another story that gave me the opportunity to do, the New York Times finding Tucker Carlson to be the most racist show on TV. But come on. I rate that on a surprise scale right up there with water being wet and fire being hot. The only person upset to find out that Tucker Carlson's show was the most racist is Laura Ingraham. So let's get back to Trevor.
He's also had some major legislative successes. You know, in his first year in office, I might add. You know, he got a bipartisan infrastructure bill passed that would do everything from fixing America's roads and bridges to modernizing school buses, which Matt Gaetz' girlfriend is very excited about. Don't boo love!
I think he did a great job. A couple of great Biden jokes. You probably heard him by now. You know, everything is up under Biden. Food is up, rent is up, gas is up. And another great joke about Russia and Biden not getting anything done. Trevor hit both sides pretty good. He hit on Biden, but he also hit the Republican press. He hit Sean Hannity. He hit DeSantis. Oh, excellent on DeSantis. I really like the joke he did about DeSantis' long-range plan of taking away the math school books so that votes can't be counted in Florida. Yeah, it was great. Now, here's the thing. The laughs and the groans and the boos. Listen, this is why this gig is so tough. You're in front of a bunch of incompetent people who take themselves very seriously. That's right, politicians who can't get anything done, journalists who don't ask any real questions or push on any real stories, and you have to be funny in front of them. So that it's almost as bad as the State of the Union, where they'll only clap for their party. But there were some people there who actually laughed. So once again, Trevor, excellent in a no-win situation. Congratulations to you, sir.
Not to mention, no president in my memory has given more marginalized groups opportunities. You know, I'm talking about women, the LGBTQ community, the Taliban, the list goes on and on.
Now, I could go through every joke that he did because there were some great ones, but watch it yourself. On YouTube, you can see the full thing. I'm just going to tell you, it was cool to see a president laughing at himself, a first lady who didn't look like she wanted to be anywhere else. She laughed at herself too, and generally some people there with a sense of humor. I would have liked to hear the jokes he would have said had Kamala Harris been there, but COVID, what are you going to do? Yeah, like you said, Trevor, it's a giant super spreader event. Wonder how many people who were there have COVID today. Anyway, I will say once again, I think Trevor Noah did a great job, a balanced job. I wonder how the extreme right-wingers handled Trevor Noah once they found out he was South African. Because now you have an immigrant making fun of the American president, but the American president's a Democrat. So we're really not sure which way to go. Do we support the immigrant? from Africa? Or do we support the Democratic president? See, this is why they can't laugh all night. They should have their own dinner somewhere. I don't know, in a forest. It was great to see it. I'm happy to see the White House Correspondents' Dinner worked. It's not as great as it used to be, but hopefully it's coming back. Good to see Trevor Noah up there and do a good job. Confession time, whatever. I know Trevor. I did a thing with Trevor in Montreal a few years ago that was fantastic. He's a very funny guy, talented guy. And again, a no-win gig. I wonder what that gig pays. Now, would I do it? Of course I would. I'd take that gig in a minute. Will they hire me? Not a chance. But I would love to do it. Anyway, kudos to Trevor Noah. Thankfully, we're laughing at ourselves again. This was 2022. There'll be another one in 2023. Then depending on how the election goes, there may or may not be another one in 2024. I hate to say something like this out loud, but do you really think a President Ron DeSantis would have a sense of humor? That's the funniest thing. He's probably the leading Republican right now. President Marjorie Taylor Greene. Not many laughs there. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Wonder who got the gig next year. The bar's been reset. Good on you, Trevor. Keep laughing.